All right, everybody, welcome back to the #1 television show in the history of the universe. I am Brian Lee Durfee, author of The Forgetting Moon, The Blackest Heart, and The Lonesome Crown. All three books published by Simon & Schuster's Saga Press. Today I'm going to be reviewing... Oh man, this is a dope-ass book. I loved this book. A Morning for Flamingos by James Lee Burke. One of the bloodiest crime mystery dramas you're going to ever read. It's a thriller beyond thrillers. I mean, I read this book a long time ago and had forgotten about it, and then just rereading it, it brought back all the thrills that I felt the first time I read it, and all the memories, and as I was rereading the scenes, I was like, oh my god, I remember this. Oh shit, this was dope. Okay, so if you followed my channel, you know I love James Lee Burke, Dave Robichow mystery series, and I've got all of the collection here in hardcover. We'll just pan through my big library here, and we'll go down to my that's my James Lee Burke, Dave Robichow shelf. Anyway, and I've been rereading all of these books in order of publication for the channel. And so this is a great reread for me because I'm loving it. And this is book 4 in the series. Oh my god. We're only 4 books in? Shit. I've been doing this channel for 3 years and I'm only 4 books in. It's going to take me... Oh my lord. Maybe I'm going to have to speed up my James Lee Burke reading. Let's see, because there's a lot of them there. Holy crapola. Anyway. Came out in 1990, so it's been around for a bit. Dave Robichow. This book is a mix of mafia drug lords, Cajun voodoo magic, the New Orleans underworld. So Dave Robichow, he's our main guy. He's an interesting dude. You know, he's right at the beginning of this book, he's living on a houseboat with his young daughter, and his young daughter is a girl he adopted, him and his wife. Well, anyway, it's a lot of stuff happened in the first 3 books here. I don't want to spoil a lot of it, but let's just say he's now a single father. I won't say how he became a single father, because that spoils a shit ton of stuff that happened in books 1, 2, and 3. But he's living with his daughter on this houseboat, and they're running a bait business for fishermen. So they sell bait for fishermen out on the Louisiana bayous. But he's got a new job. He's joined the new Iberia police force. And one of his first jobs is to escort 2 death row inmates who are being scheduled to be executed. One of them is an assassin named Jimmy Lee Boggs, and the other one is a young black kid named Tebow, and they are going to, and Dave Robichow and his partner on the police force are now escorting these men to across Louisiana to be executed. Anyway. I don't know how they did that kind of escort in 1990, but it just seems a little bizarre. But that's beside the point. I work at a prison. I mean, we wouldn't be doing an escort like this, but it goes. This escort goes south real quick in a very bloody, gruesome escape attempt where the death row inmates escape their escort. They kill Dave Robichow's partner in bloody, gruesome fashion. The escape scene is absolutely wonderfully written, intense as I'll get out. And they think that they've killed Dave Robichow himself, but they've left him for dead. He survives the escape, and even though he's been shot multiple times, it's just such a remember. I'd forgotten all about that scene until I was rereading it, and I hadn't read it in like 30, 40 years, and I'm just like, this is just so good. Oh my gosh, I wish I could write like this James Lee Burke. And then anyway, Dave Robichow recovers from this incident, and he's suffering from a huge PTSD, not only from this incident, because a lot of what happened in this incident reminds him of what happened to him in the Vietnam War. But anyway, the plot goes on. He wants to find these death row escapees, but at the same time, he's also tasked in the drug enforcement part of the police force, and he's got to infiltrate the New York Mafia. Not the New York Mafia, the New Orleans Mafia. And he's got his buddy, Cleet Purcell. It's an old pal of his from the 3 previous books. Cleet is a bit of a wild card in the game, you know, and so they infiltrate the New Orleans Mafia, and Dave becomes obsessed. He actually, sort of to escape the PTSD from the opening scene and from his years in Vietnam, he he actually sort of becomes obsessed with his role as an undercover agent in this role as he's infiltrating the mafia. Because one of the reasons is because the mafia Don has married one of Dave's old girlfriends from way back, and he's sort of like rekindling the flame of this relationship, which isn't good. This can't be good. The undercover cop starts rekindling flames of romance with the mob boss's girlfriend. Oh my god, not good. Well, anyway, this book spirals into so much bloody good, grim, fun, betrayal, action, double crosses. It's just a nightmare assignment that consumes Dave Robichow in ways that he wasn't expecting. Just an absolutely perfectly written thriller, mystery, / noir, detective story, police procedural thing. Just absolutely great. I didn't even review the cover. Normally I review the covers first. We'll review it now. It's all right. I mean, it looks... A Morning for Flamingos, it's not the greatest title for what's going on in this story, but it's absolutely a great story. I mean, but it's a flashy cover. I mean, we can say that about it. Anyway, I give this a 10 out of 10.